When you're in the market for a new bus, it's important to look beyond the glossy paint and decals, the features and extra bells and whistles, because one day you may need to rely on the integrity of its design. One day, your bus may be blindsided and the lives of your passengers will be at stake. At Coach and Equipment Manufacturing, we've always known we built the safest, soundest, most reliable paratransit vehicles in the business. From the ground up, the steel frame assembly of the roof, sidewalls, floor, and rear are fully welded into a continuous, unitized three-dimensional roll cage frame. The sidewalls have distinct crash rails 5 inches wide with 1-inch flanges and extend through the rear of the bus. Furthermore, and most importantly, our sidewalls extend at least 3 inches below the floor in such a way that the floor structure braces the sidewalls in the event of a side impact collision. Our buses have stood the test of time while operating in some of the most abusive environments because they are incredibly solid. We knew it, but wanted to demonstrate the point. At a proving facility in Wisconsin, we subjected one of our most popular Phoenix models to the Federal Motor Vehicle Occupant Protective Side Impact Safety Test. A 4,000-pound steel sled, accelerating at a speed approaching 35 miles per hour, was slammed into the side of our bus. As you can see, the impact was significant. The damage was modest. On the outside, the surface was scarred, but very much intact. On the inside, the test dummies, passengers if you will, were jarred substantially, but fundamentally unscathed. As you view the impact from various angles, you develop a better sense of how much impact the bus actually absorbed. But when all is said and done, it's the safety of the passenger that is always the key concern. It is to this very point why the criteria for passing the side impact test is so stringent. In order to measure potential passenger impact, these dummies, 2 passengers and 1 driver, were fitted with sensors attached to their left upper rib cage, left lower rib cage, lower thoracic spine, pelvic section, head, and upper neck. With these sensors in place, measurements were recorded. 74 channels of data were collected in an onboard acquisition system. As the sled slams into the side of the bus, the reactions of the passengers and driver are recorded. Simply from a visual perspective, and as would be expected, the passengers are significantly jostled but unharmed. The instrumentation readings underscore that point. All in all, over 444 calibrations were collected and tabulated, and, as we thought, in a side impact crash, coach and equipment passengers would come through unharmed. The results also point to the overall stability and safety of our buses on every single measurement and test, from thorax impact to abdominal compression. When all is said and done, our buses stood up to the test and passed easily. At Coach and Equipment Manufacturing, we're very proud of the buses we manufacture. With human error factored in, statistically, a bus on the road every day, year in and year out, will one day have some sort of accident. It is preparing for that eventful day that's important. After all, you only have one chance to get it right. We work hard to get it right every time. Coach and Equipment buses are distributed exclusively in the Northeast by Shepherd Brothers Incorporated and in the Mid-Atlantic and South by Coach and Equipment Bus Sales. They can be reached through the following numbers and websites. By the way, we drove the bus home after the test.